I've already made a video of the top 10 greatest NBA players of all time, but have you thought about who are the top 10 best players right now? Well, today I'm going to be diving into that. This video is about the top 10 best players going into next NBA season. So let's get started. At number 10, we have Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard will be coming off his ACL injury. He'll be much better. I think a lot of people forget how good Kawhi Leonard is. I just personally have him at number 10. I think the injury's going to change him a little bit, but he's definitely going to be a top 10 player. I just don't think he can, outdo the other 9 players ahead of him, because obviously these days the NBA is so talented with the young talent, and the more older players, the veterans with the longevity. So that's why I have Kawhi Leonard right here at number 10. I think it was a very appropriate place to place him, and I hope he can prove me wrong next season, but it just seems right for now, and I think him and the Clippers will make it really far in the postseason and have a really good playoff run. So that's why I have Kawhi Leonard here at number 10. At number 9, we have Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum just came off from the NBA Finals. He was 2 games away from winning his first championship at the age of 24. A lot of people think Jason Tatum isn't good now because of his poor finals performance. But the truth is, Jason Tatum is still a superstar. Throughout the playoffs, we did watch him turn from a star to a superstar. He's proven it. But he did fall apart, and when it mattered the most, if the Celtics won the finals and Jason Tatum got finals MVP, I might have placed Tatum at like 7 or 6, but right now, because of that finals performance, I will place him right here at number 9, because I think it would just be, really appropriate to place him here because of that finals performance. And I really was hoping for the Celtics to win the championship, but it is what it is, and everything happens. So, yeah. Although Jaylen Brown was their best player in the finals, Jason Tatum was their best player throughout the playoffs. So that's why I have him at number 9. At number 8, we have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler literally turns into one of the best players in the world when the playoffs come. He might only average 21 points in the regular season, but wait until the playoffs, because this dude's a beast. Jimmy Butler carried the Miami Heat to a gentleman sweep in the first round, a 6-game series against the Sixers, and brought the Boston Celtics, the team that was 2 games away from winning the NBA Finals and the best defense in the league, to 7 games. Honestly, the Heat could have made the finals if Jimmy Butler didn't shoot that free. But if we're being completely honest, he had dropped 47 in Game 6, and at that point he had 35 points in Game 7. So if you realize he had ran out of gas from carrying this Miami Heat team. And also in that Game 7, he had played all 48 minutes. So yeah. At number 7, we have Kevin Durant. You might be wondering why I have Kevin Durant so low on this list, but the truth is, I think a lot of people forgot what happened during the 2022 playoffs. This could have just been like the wrong series for Durant, but I honestly just think he's gonna exit his physical prime, and his athleticism is gonna decline. And honestly, the players on this list, which we have a lot of youngsters ahead of KD and a lot of players in their prime, they're just gonna be better. He had one of his best seasons last season until he got injured. The Nets got swept out of the first round. This whole KD and Kyrie situation, KD having beef with Brooklyn, I honestly think that's really gonna hurt KD's game if he plays or if he doesn't, or if he ends up on a different team. Right now, I got KD and Kyrie still being on the same team. I think KD's probably gonna play, or he might pull a Ben Simmons and not play at all. But I think he was a good place to place him. Number 6, we got LeBron James. LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time. Now, I placed LeBron James at number 6 because it was really hard to place number 6, 5, and 4. I know LeBron James will be turning 38 next NBA season, but let's be real here, he's still a top 10 player in the NBA. This dude's longevity is crazy. Now I know I don't have him in the top 5, but number 6 is just incredible. I mean, this dude is literally insane. 4-time MVP, 4-time Finals MVP, 4-time NBA champion, and I can keep going if I wanted to. If you want to learn more about LeBron James, watch my video on how good is LeBron James, which is my most recent video. Now, I think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs, and honestly, I could see him getting maybe to the second round, but LeBron James will probably play his heart out, and Westbrook will be better. Number 5, I have Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a young star in the NBA, and I placed him at number 5 just because of the players I have ahead of him. This is when stuff got really hard because I couldn't decide where I wanted to place these people. We saw Luka have some killer mentality last season when he literally decapitated the Suns in that Game 7. Everybody acting tough when they up. So was Luka's words. Honestly, I could see the Mavericks making a pretty deep playoff run like last season. I honestly could see Luka maybe winning the MVP award. And honestly, I have the Mavericks going to the Western Conference Finals for the second year in a row next season. I don't think they could execute to the NBA Finals, but you never know. Injuries do exist, and they could very well make the NBA Finals. I'm really high on this Mavericks team, and they're really good. So it all depends on their star, Luka Doncic. So we'll see how it goes. Number 4, we have the 2-time MVP and the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic. The reason I have Nikola Jokic at 4 is because I do believe he was robbed. I do believe Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo was robbed of the MVP last season, but it doesn't really matter. Jokic got it. Deal's a deal. He's a 2-time MVP, and the Nuggets are gonna have Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, which is gonna cause Jokic to drop a little bit on this list. Don't get me wrong, this dude's a crazy talented player, and I want to put him as high as I can. But as I said, 4, 5, and 6 were really hard to place. Originally, I was gonna have Luka at 6, Jokic at 5, LeBron at 4, or like Jokic at 6, LeBron at 5, and Luka at 4. I don't know what I was gonna do, but I think the Nuggets and Jokic could probably make it to the second round as well. And with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray back, Nikola Jokic, it's gonna be a lot easier for him. So yeah, at number 3, I have Joel Embiid. Now Joel Embiid still hasn't won his MVP award, and he's gonna be in the MVP race every year until he gets it. Now I'm not sure if next year's gonna be his year, but it's definitely gonna be close. Honestly, some of my top candidates for winning the next year's MVP are Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka, and Tatum. Now, if you're wondering why I have Luka and Tatum in there, they're just those 2 young stars that can do it. Honestly, Luka and Tatum are really like the top 2 best young players under 25 in the league, and I could see either of them definitely could walk away by MVP next season. So, yeah. Joel Embiid in the 76ers, I think, could shock the world with James Harden and Embiid. I think they could definitely make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or even the NBA Finals. I think a lot of people think James Harden is really washed, but he isn't. At number 2, we have the reigning Finals MVP, Stephen Curry. Coming off his 4th championship, Stephen Curry is going to be going into next season with confidence. We saw how good Steph Curry is, really, and in my personal opinion, he's entered the top 10 greatest NBA players of all time. I have him sitting at number 10. If you want to see that video, go check it out on my YouTube channel. Now, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors are going to have a crazy run next season. Honestly, I have them maybe winning like 56 games next season. With the emergence of their young stars. They're going to probably win in the 50s next season. And they're going to make a run. They're definitely going to make the Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals because they're a pretty darn good team. But honestly, Steph will be 35. Clay and Draymond will be 33. Iguodala will be there. So, yeah. At number 1, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is literally the most dominant force we have in today's league. He's a 6'11", 240-pound monster. Giannis Antetokounmpo single-handedly led the best defense in the league, and also the team that was 2 games away from winning the NBA Finals and swept KD and Kyrie in the first round to 7 games. He single-handedly led the Boston Celtics to 7 games with no help, which is really impressive by Giannis. I honestly think he could win his third MVP next season and possibly win his second championship. I honestly think the Bucks could also definitely win the NBA Finals. They're a true contender, and they're probably one of the teams that are going to come out of the East. My top 3 teams for the East next season, not in any typical order, are the 76ers, the Celtics, and the Bucks. Those 3 teams are the key teams that one of them are going to come out of the East. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, if some of you are wondering why there wasn't an upload yesterday, I wasn't feeling too well. But today I'm feeling a little bit better, so I decided that I can make a YouTube video. Make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below what you would change with this list. And tell me what's your list. And until next time, peace.